Welcome, my man, Big Baby
Yes,
Davis. What's happening, man?
Good to be here, man.
Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. You had Crocs on last time you were in the zone. I like
Yeah.
the Jordans a little bit better.
Yeah.
Not criticizing your style, but just saying, just an observation. You a big Patriots fan, huh?
Yeah, I am, man. Like what, Belichick and Brady have been doing up there.
So you stuck with them. I imagine you became a fan when you went to Boston?
Yes, I did.
You stuck with them when you left.
I didn't. That was my first football game really going and, like, watching was
Really?
Tom Brady. Yep. And my second game was the game he broke it. I mean, he tore his ACL. So it was just like I became a fan after that. Like, man, I real feel bad. But then he dominates the game.
Did you ever go to any practices or anything?
No, I never been to
You
any
never
practice.
met Belichick or anything?
Nah, I never got a chance.
I bet he would have been recruiting you.
I know, right?
Everybody saw you the other night on TNT Area 21 with KG, Rajon Rondo, Paul Pierce, Kendrick Perkins. It looked like a lot of fun. I mean, I know the Ray Allen stuff got all the buzz, but just beyond that, man, it looked like y'all were having a great time.
Yeah, it was a great time, man. Just to see those guys again, and just to be around them, just like how we used to be in the locker room. It was a good feeling, and just to catch up.
Was that team unusually close or just average close for the NBA?
We were really close. Like, when you with somebody every single day, and not just with them, just doing things, going through issues, it just builds a lot of just love, and just that relationship that we had was just unbreakable, and to this day it still is. So when you go through the war with somebody, it's a good feeling to see them.
So y'all got the reunion coming up. Are you going? Y'all going to Europe, right?
Yeah. I don't know where we going. I know I ain't paying because I don't make the most money. Rondo's probably paying. I'm gonna bring my little spending money, but I don't know where we going. I can't wait. It's gonna be exciting though.
Y'all, I was with y'all, if you remember, when y'all first came together as the Big Three, and you were a rookie in Rome. How important was that training camp in Rome to you guys coming together?
It sped up the process, because we went somewhere away from our comfort zone. We went somewhere kind of like away from everything, kind of focused on ourselves. And going to Rome, it kind of ignited something in us that, hey, we're going to get this done. And then from that from then on, from that training camp, the tempo was set, and we went and won that thing.
Now I know initially, if I remember correctly, the second unit was beating the Big Three in the practice.
Man,
right?
we were competing because you got James Posey, who wasn't taking no mess, Eddie House that wasn't taking no mess, Leon. You had. You had so many players, Tony Allen, guys that was, gritting, like, and playing hard. And so, we pushed the first squad.
Now, obviously, Ray wasn't invited to the reunion. Is anybody else from that team on the outs like Ray?
Nope.
It's everybody else is together.
Everybody. I just talked to E-House not too long ago. He asked me what I'm doing. He gonna come, have some brunch with me, So nobody's on the outskirts. It's, and Ray put himself on the outskirts. You know what I mean? Because he made it about him. You know what I mean? He made it about him. I think if he would have went to KG, or if he went to, Paul, and just say, hey, man, this is what I'm feeling. Respect me. I love you, and I'll see you guys down the road. Yeah. You know what I mean? So there can be dialogue. You know what I mean? But we're a tight-knitted group, and loyalty sticks out. To us.
Was he was he a part of that group at that time, even when he was playing, or
no? My take is, Ray was that guy, Jesus Shuttlesworth. And things changed for him when he came to the Celtics. Yeah. He had to evolve, meaning the fact that he had to, let go some things in order to be a part of something great. And, he didn't like how everything was going. You could tell.
So even after y'all won it, like even during that season, or more after when y'all?
Even after we won it, it was just. you know, he felt like he wasn't important in the role as much as he was at the beginning. You know, Avery Bradley started to play a little bit more. Things started to change for him, and you know, he wanted to go where he thought he felt loved, he felt wanted and needed.
So you saying if he had gone to the veterans and told them what he was thinking, even though it was Miami, he still would have been cool with it?
Yeah, I think they would still. It'd have been to the point where we could still have a conversation.
Yeah.
They're not even talking anymore. Like I see if Kate, they probably wouldn't say nothing to the man. You know, so it's somebody got to be the big guy.
You think it'll? Now you and Ray, do y'all? I know you probably
I don't
talk,
talk
but
to
if
Ray.
you saw him, would it be awkward and not talk, or would you just be like, "Yo, what's up, man? It's cool."
I don't know. I'll probably be like,
You probably hide your hand.
I'm like, man, sorry.
But he has to be the first. You think he has to make it? He's the one that's got to make it right, huh?
I think so. Just reaching out. Hey, no hard feelings, guys. You know.
He didn't do that with the Facebook post.
Nah, Ray is stubborn. Jesus.
Oh man. All right. Well, look. Let's get to a little something else.
Mm-hmm.
You played with the Clippers.
Yep.
Obviously, Doc was your coach in Boston and with the Clippers. If you were running that franchise, there's a lot of talk about what they need to do. All right. Blake's a free agent. Chris is a free agent. JJ Redick. From the front office, coaching staff, players, if you had the control, what would you do with that team?
If I had the control, I would definitely have to talk to my president and see where his mind is at on his guys and what he thinks. And then I got to search for a new culture, something to start a new culture, either a new coach or a player that's going to set the tone.
Well, the president is the coach.
Yeah, the president is the coach.
So he going to be like, the coaching staff is great.
Well, you know, the president is the coach. I have to find me a new coach, and or you know, just find somebody who's gonna kind of shock the culture in a good way. So, and then also I have to break that big three up.
Really?
I got to break it up. You know what I mean? Because it's been a minute now, and if you guys can't put your egos aside and work accordingly, you know, it's time to move on. And then at the same time, you guys, you know, you're not healthy. You know, Chris is always getting hurt. You know, Blake's always getting hurt. I got to give myself a chance. So I definitely will have to, you know, start from the top on down and question where's your heart at in this thing, and you know, are you putting, you know, can we put the right pieces together? And you know, if we can't, we got to get you out of there.
What is your take on this big topic in the NBA now, the resting of players?
You know, as a coach, I agree. You know, because especially if you're a playoff contending team, and you know the LeBron James and the Leonards of the world playing so many minutes, you need to give them some rest. And also that, you know, I think if we would give them some rest, we would see better basketball from our role players, because these guys play so much.
Okay.
And you know, that's one thing I'm seeing a lot. You know, Houston playing so many minutes. You know what I mean? And I just really think that if they can, you know, I believe in rest. You know what I mean? I believe it. You know, if you got it, you know, use it to your best advantage.
I think in addition to the players sitting out games, I think another thing that kind of supports. I honestly, I'd like to see them go to about 60, 65 games.
Yeah.
I mean, I know the money is the problem, and they wouldn't do it, but I think the injuries you see in the playoffs, maybe that would be decreased if you played fewer regular season games.
I know.
Because that's always a factor in the playoffs.
Yeah. I was looking at Kawhi Leonard's injury. Nobody was around him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that type of stuff right there, come fatigue of muscles and, you know, just playing so many minutes, wearing down.
Who you think, like most people, that Golden State and Cleveland on a collision course in the finals?
Man, yeah, man. Just the way it's going right now, and just you could just see the energy in both teams. You know, that's one thing I appreciate. You know, playing with the Celtics is that that winning energy, that winning chemistry, and when you watch LeBron and you watch Golden State with Draymond, and you see that they're waiting for each other, that they're not playing around. That this is gonna be a finals to remember.
Who you got?
Man, that's the question. I got the Cavs, man.
Really?
Because Golden State I feel like they think they just going to win it easy. Just like I feel like when you watch them and you watch the Cavs, like I feel like the Warriors look like the defending champions. Like they won it last year. You know what I mean? So,
that's a good point.
I want LeBron to win it, man. I ain't even gonna lie to you, man. I just like what he's doing right now, and it's just great to see him, dominate the game of basketball right now.
Where do you stand on the greatest of all time debate, LeBron, Jordan, or anybody else?
Yeah, you know what? Looking at it and seeing it, it's just great to see for the game, and Jordan dominated in his era. And LeBron dominated it in his era. He's dominating, and he's still got time to go. Mm-hmm. And I just think there's so many chapters to still be written for LeBron, and he's definitely going to be one of the greatest players to ever live.
All right, my man. Great as always in
Thanks
the zone.
for having me.